Hello, welcome to us. Oh, look, I'm Yvie and I'm in Wurundjeri land today.
I'm Angie and I'm recording from Gadigal land. So lovely to be back in your ear holes once again. It's always a pleasure and things of that nature. So, first things first, before we dive into a little topic, I just want to say real quick that I am 2 days deep into Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix and I need therapy. I need to stop thinking about it. I need to stop researching about it. I need to stop because I've turned into an obsessed sicko and I can't stop and I won't stop. Like I literally have avoided phone calls because all I want to do is research every living thing about him and all his psychotic issues and every victim. And I'm just saying, people, if you're a obsessive compulsive sicko like me, do not watch Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix.
I'm sure they already have. But are you watching the acting one or the Jeffrey Dahmer tapes?
I just finished the acting one and now I'm up to the tapes and I've already watched every single clip on the YouTubes. I'm obsessed. 2 days. I'm 2 days deep. I'm scared. I was just on the phone to my manager and he was like, you can't watch serial killers for 2 straight days. What is wrong with you? Go and get some sunshine.
Yeah, it does feed your pain body.
Yeah, like I think I'm a little bit depressed even.
Yeah, it would depress you and you're going to start having nightmares pretty soon too.
Yeah, I already had them last night. Then I got up this morning and I started watching again.
Well, you know what you should do then? Keep going.
Yeah, I have to finish the docu-series. Otherwise, I'll keep obsessing because this is what happened with Ted Bundy. I had to watch everything there was on Ted Bundy and now I don't even think about Ted Bundy anymore. Don't even think about him.
You kind of like exorcise it out of your, instead of going, oh, I wonder, maybe I should just, no. And then you hyper-focus on it and then, maybe you have ADHD.
I have a little bit maybe. Sure.
Yeah, well, that's a part of it. A big symptom is going into massive rabbit holes of things and not being able to.
I've always done that.
Or do anything else. So, yeah.
I feel like because I've had it since I was a kid, I'd go to the library because back then you didn't have internet and I would spend all my lunch breaks just reading about Titanic. All the time. Like I would get obsessed by things and I wouldn't stop until I knew every fact. So funny. Bless.
It's good.
Anyway.
I like it.
I
read the first page of things and then I'm like, oh, I'm an expert.
I'm done now. Yeah, you just it's just your opinion and you make it sound like Bible.
Yeah. Well, it's not my opinion. I just state the facts, but I make it sound like it's my opinion.
It's very clever. Me, on the other hand, I need severe therapy because I'm a sick sicko.
You know what? A lot of women are like this. And the one thing I can tell you that is going to make you feel a lot better. I don't know if you ever watched I can't remember the name of the woman. She was killed. No, sorry. She just died in her sleep. She was married to Patton Oswalt, who used to be in the United States Atara. He's in a lot of things. Stand-up comedian. Anyway, great guy. He was married to her. She was like unearthing a crime. I think it was the Golden Gate Killer. Yeah, Golden Gate. Anyway, I could be wrong with all of these things, but the one thing that I am right with is she and other women who were so obsessed with true crime, they solved the murder. That man has gone to jail now 30-something years later or 40-something years later.
Yeah, they say that mums love it, right?
Yeah, because women, and you know what? She was posthumously awarded a medal of valor or something like that. And Patton and their daughter was at the award ceremony, so he got up to accept it. But the people that were on the case, once a cold case, and it obviously reignited, the guy that worked quite closely with her, he said, I just want to say how incredibly undervalued women are because they bring emotion, things that we can't have in our jobs because we would be burnt out too quickly. So, the things that they look at that we don't look at, the way they go into detail like women do, that people in law enforcement don't do, or they simply haven't got the resources or time to do. The women that are at home listening all day to their podcasts, he said they're very underrated and they're very undervalued because they are the ones that help solve this case.
Yeah, well, maybe I should join one of those groups so I get something out of it.
I'll Be Gone in the Dark. That's what it was called.
Look
You should watch that, Angie. You will really, really like it. It's
Yeah.
a really heartbreaking story. Obviously, you know what happens in the end, but everyone does. But she did such an amazing job, and you could be a part of that.
I would love that. I would have put my obsession with crime into good use instead of sitting in the dark for 2 days just obsessing on my own.
Well, that's the thing is we give ourselves such hard times when we go and watch or listen to these macabre stories, and it's like, oh, you've got to stop. I mean, definitely you've got to get to a point where you're like, okay, I need to maybe pat a dog for a minute because this is getting a bit heavy.
Yeah, you can't spend your time off, the very little time off that I have, just sitting in my room watching Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, gross. Like, go out and get some sunshine, girlfriend.
Yeah, masturbate.
Not after watching Jeffrey Dahmer. Yuck.
You definitely not. I couldn't do it, to be honest, just because it really was glorifying him, and the victims do not deserve that. They just don't deserve that.
I think that's a conversation for another time, because I've done some deep diving research into him, and I don't feel sorry for him by any means, but he was severely neglected and severely mentally unwell. But that's a story for another time. Anyway, enough of J. Dahmer. He doesn't need any more praise or shows made up about him.
No,
let's have a fun conversation, because I'm sick of talking about murderers for now.
Finally.
Let's have a little chat about, till I get home. Let's have a little chat about the old dating apps. So, look, you and I aren't really big on the dating apps. We don't actually have that many stories about said dating apps. But recently, I decided to sign up on Hinge because a girl at work, my work wife I call her, she's the bomb, she's on it. She's queer, and she was like, it's great for queer people because there's a lot of variety. And I was like, great, I never meet anybody. So I only made my preference women or non-binary or trans, because I just had so many cis-het men sliding in, and I'd not like, not for me right now, not for me. Have you ever seen a vagina on its own? Not for me. That's off a movie, by the way. That's not me saying that. It's off Superbad. So she was correct. My work wife was correct. There is a wall-to-wall women and queer people. It's great.
Hinge.
Hinge is a goodie, and you can really like deep dive into your profile and kind of look. To be honest, I've met one person on there that I'm talking to, and I haven't looked back on it again. I don't like them. Dating apps. They wig me out.
Me neither. Never have. And they came out maybe 10, 12 years into my adulthood.
Yeah.
And it was a very shameful thing to do. You were a real loser if you went down that route. And I guess that stigma has kind of stuck with me. But that wasn't why I didn't want to do them. I simply didn't, I've told you before, for me it's meeting someone and smelling them and looking deep into their eyes and just listening to their voice. Like, it's a very, not a physical thing, it's more of a pheromone thing for me. So dating apps, I just felt that there was so much license to fib.
Yeah.
And every time I tried them, I would just be extremely let down, not by the fibs, but by the fact that they had to do that. And I had a lot of men be really disappointed in me in person, and they'd let me know. And so that's extremely heartbreaking when someone says that you are just really disappointing in your life compared to how you are on the phone or on the phone, because that's all it really was back then.
People are so bizarre how they feel like they can go out of their way to say those things to people when they know really nothing about them except for what they see online.
Yeah, it's really awful. It's an awful experience, and I imagine that a lot of people go through that on those apps. I think, I don't have a lot of faith in them. I really don't. I don't think they're a good thing.
I think heaps of people have found a lot of love on dating apps, though. I personally think they're great for people who like them, but I just get really overwhelmed because you can talk to like 6 people at the same time, and I'm all about texting and banter, and I'm kind of like, I want to give them the time to do that, but I actually don't have a lot of time. So I'm like, well, why have I done this? I do love a text, though. Like when I'm bored, I just love texting.
You do, yeah, and you're a great texter. Like, you're one of the best texters I know, but, talking to 6 people at the same time, that reminds me of a show you were once on.
Yeah, I think that's why it's a bit triggering for me, because I'm kind of like, wait, is this like, it just reminds me of that one time I dated 20 people at one time and I'm exhausted from that.
Yeah, such a weird concept, isn't it?
It's such a weird concept, but I also don't get to go out. I think it'd be easy to meet cis het men, but I don't get to meet a lot of queer people because I don't get to go out, and not a lot of people maybe know I'm queer, so I don't have a lot of them hitting on me, and I don't hit on them because I'm just like awkward and weird. So it's fun in that regard. So I'm chatting with one person at the moment, and we're potentially going to meet up for a drink this week. So watch this space.
Okay.
But overall, I've quite liked the old Hinge. The only thing I really get to with it is people will write to me on Instagram and be like, oh, Angie, somebody's used all your pictures. And I'm like, oh, it's me. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Why don't people believe that I'm on Hinge?
Yeah, that's right.
I remember when I got booted off her last year. The dating
right.
app.
Are you on Raya still?
No. I was only on that for like maybe a month.
Maybe you should go back on that because that's kind of celebrities-esque that people know it really is you.
Yeah, but like
what
it's
I mean?
just mostly
But
models.
they're not on it, are they? Yeah.
And influencers, like not queer people. Like I don't want to date a model or an influencer, and I'm sure as shit they don't want to date me either.
Well, you never know, darling. If given the ideal, what would it be? How would you like to meet someone?
Maybe like in a forced situation where I'm made to look like a Barbie doll and like all these men are forced to believe that they like me. That sounds really romantic. And then at the end I force myself to pick someone.
I can't imagine that.
There's no other choice.
That's too weird to be an actual thing.
I know, but I just feel like that's the way I'm going to find it, you know?
Yeah, look, many have. No, seriously, if you were given a choice, what would you like to meet someone? Like a blind date? Would you like to be set up by your family and friends? Would you like to run into someone in a supermarket? Would you like to meet them out? Would you like to be sober? Would you like to be drunk? Like, you know, ideal situation for you.
Ideal situation would probably be like sober would be great because you got your beer goggles on when you're drunk, and I'd pash anybody when I'm drunk.
Everyone would.
Yeah, so I reckon
So
sober.
you prefer it on both ends, wouldn't you?
What?
Sober.
Yeah.
Like both be sober.
That would be
very
really
rare in this country.
Yeah, very rare. Maybe like through some kind of like spiritual group thing that I go to, because then I know they're like interested in working on themselves and that would be fun, and they'd like the same things as me.
Mutual interests.
That would be really great, but I don't really do anything in groups spiritual-wise, only with my friend Marie Louise, so it's all kind of like one-on-one stuff, but I know that there's apparently really good people that go to these. I don't know, there's like workshops and classes and things. I just don't really get to do those. That would be cool. Or even just out. If some like, I don't know, out and about. Imagine just running into somebody when you're on a walk, or that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
Like at a park, at a dog park.
Yeah, that would be a really good one.
Is that what you would like?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I think I meet a really nice guy, and then I met this really nice guy last week, and he's got the cutest dog, and it turned out he has God, this is such a stupid thing to say, but it made me like him more. His dog was off duty, sight dog.
Yeah.
Blind dog, seeing eye dog.
Seeing eye dog.
So he has,
what are they called?
A seeing problem. And I was like, oh, I like that. He can't see me properly.
Oh, he'll love you at your best and your worst.
Yeah, maybe I feel really good, you know. But then, I saw him yesterday, and he was like, oh, my partner is allergic to dogs. It's so hard for her. I'm like, yeah, whatever, and walked away. No, I didn't.
You're like, whatevs.
What I did look away, like he was on my right. I did look to my left and mouth.
Oh, that would have been such a perfect little
It was so cute.
Situation.
There's so many cuties at the park, and you know where I live, it's gay central. So just to even find a straight man
with their dog,
with a great dog is but maybe I'll just might marry a dog.
Oh, that sounds fun. That doesn't sound creepy at all.
It's not.
Dream big, girl. Look, you're not dead yet. You never know. You never bloody know. What happened? Wait, what happened though with you and the the app you were on. There was a story about one app.
Yeah, I joined an app, a dating app, and is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I put in that I didn't know, like I thought I'm either pan or because I'm a straight woman, but I would like my partner. This is the first time we're living in a time now where I can finally go for something that might be out there, which everyone in my life has always joked about. Oh my God, if only you could marry a straight gay man, a straight gay man. Because I like really feminine men, and every time I would meet one and fall in love with them, they'd come out. Which, was kind of the story of my life. Now you can actually go out with men who are really proud, straight men who just happen to be extremely effeminate. And, we live in a world now where you can meet a man who might have a vagina. He was born a woman and, so I kind of put that I'm looking for demisexual. Is that demisexual?
No.
See, I'm still not up on
Demisexual's
that.
when you have to be in love in order to have a connection in order
I put
to.
I put in pan because I don't mind if it's a non-binary person or trans.
Yeah.
So is that right?
Yeah. Pansexual
Anyway.
is like you'll just fall in love with the soul.
Yeah. So I got only about 4 things come up, like 4 people.
What app was this?
It was Tinder.
Oh, don't do Tinder. I feel like Tinder's just there to sex.
It was a really long time ago. So, I think I would join Hinge and see how that goes.
I reckon you should. And even if you don't like it, just sign up for a month. And if you don't care for it, just Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah. I love a Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah, how good. Well, watch this space. Evie's going to try Hinge and I've got a date this week. So we'll see how that all goes.
Yes.
All right, my little BOTAs. Oh, yes.
What's that?
Baddest of them alls.
Baddest.
Of them alls.
You're so Michael Jackson.
You're the baddest.
Bad. You're bad.
I don't know if we're allowed to sing him anymore. I think that's
Yeah,
frowned
we're
upon.
allowed to if we laugh at it. And you laughed, see? You're bad. I'm bad.
You know
Come
it.
on, Shimon. All right, Tom.
One of those lyrical things again that we just make up words. That's it from us for today.
Oh, you know what I just thought?
Yeah, no, please share.
We're just talking about dating apps and everything. I don't like them. And we're talking about meeting people in dog parks. It's really hard for me because I live in a predominantly gay area. Wouldn't it be good if there was things that you could do to let people know you were straight? Like, you remember back in the 70s, they would have a handkerchief in your back pocket meant you were into something. Yes. This is all in the gay scene. A certain earring, certain stuff, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't it be good if your dog wore things like my owner is a horny bitch?
Yes. So if you had like a red collar and leash, it means you're a horny bitch and your mum's like DTF.
Yes.
At park.
Yes, at the park.
Only a cheeky finger at the park, red collar only.
The local toilets, if there's any room.
True.
Like, all that, looking for straight men, looking for gay women, like that kind of thing, where
yes,
it's not about your attire, because some people don't want to dress in that uniformed way.
No.
So, yeah, maybe we could start this.
Yeah, at the dog park. And that's how we find our soulmates.
I think we should start with red on a big dog means your mum is a horny bitch, and a pink on a small dog means your mum is a horny bitch, because they're the 2 colours that
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Because Audie and Sissy both wear those colours. So, people of Melbourne, if you see Sissy and Audie out at the park with Yvie Jones, know that she's ready and is a horny bitch.
Horny bitch, horny bitch. Not asking for it, horny bitch.
Hold a bitch, hold a bitch. Love it.
Yeah, that would be good. Or, like go to supermarkets and have lights that light up and go, horny bitch, as you're walking down. There's Metro supermarkets where everything is just for one person. I love those supermarkets. Every time I stay in Sydney, especially lately when I've been doing Snack Masters, I stay in the city across from the World Square Coles, which is a if it's pretty much for single people. It's just like
really?
everything is one single serve. It's really great.
I've not known. No, this is brand new information to
Yeah,
me.
they're great little they're urban ones. So they're like Potts Point had one, Woolloomooloo had one when I was like living in Sydney, and Wynyard has one. Like you walk in, it's a hub, I think they call them, or like Woolies have a metro, and you go in and everything is single serve because of the amount of university students
Right.
and people who live alone.
Well, there you go. Us solo seekers are not so alone after all. They're making things up for us now.
Maybe we can have signals on our trolleys.
Maybe. Let's put it out to the universe.
Let's put it out to someone that we can trademark it, make a shitload of money off.
Yeah. Let's do it, girlfriend. Sounds bloody good to me. All right, well, we'll put that out to the universe. We'd like to say thanks for listening. Have the day you deserve. Don't forget to follow us on the Instagrams. If you want to ever ask us anything, just slide into my DMs. Not Yvie's.
No.
Just mine.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
Yeah. I don't even know if we've had a review in so long. That's a sad one. So if you're feeling...
Well, I'm sure we have.
I just never read them.
No, we never read them. So please rate, review, and subscribe because we never read them. Sorry about it, but it would maybe push our podcast up.
Yeah, we need that. All right, well, we love you all and,
we love you.
Have the day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve.
Bye.
Bye. That's not annoying.